So first off, if you guys haven't discovered this yet, E.T. is free on Prime right now. Come on, E.T. is a great movie for kids. So in case you didn't know, now you know. So far, you guys, the plant-based diet, as always, is going as it should be. My boys are actually on game with it this time, so it's really funny. Austin the other night was like, well, it's not funny, but it is funny because, you know, of what it is happening. But you go through this period in time, and they're not 100% plant-based. They're still having milk and cheese, but just no meats. I did make them meat the other night because I'm slowly transitioning. So they probably had chicken once this week, but they're still eating like dairy, like milk and cheese. But a lot of beans. They're eating what I'm eating. So if I make something that I know the girls aren't going to eat, which I made something last night, and I'll insert the clip here. Okay, here's just a quick little view of what we've been eating. This is tofu, mushrooms, zucchini. I put in a whole bunch of vegetables in this, no asparagus, the zucchini, the onion, the fresh garlic, fresh ginger, fresh everything that your body would want and need. So we are just packing our bodies with lots of greens, lots of vegetables. We're doing fruit, but not as much. I will talk more into everything here towards after I get over this part right here. But yeah, this right here is what's kind of got our stomachs like gurgle, gurgle, girl, boys, what are you doing? Because you got one toilet. Overall, it was really good, minus the boogery texture of tofu. Okay, I had to move back into the room because I just did like a 10-minute talk with you guys. And I didn't even have the record button going because I thought I pushed it, but Arabella's like poking at the baby and it's driving me insane. Arabella's 3 and she just like pokes at the baby. It drives me crazy. It drives the baby crazy. At least poked at. So I've been getting a lot of questions on homeschooling and what am I going to be doing because of everything that's going on. And why don't I just put the kids into school to give me more time to do and just breathe basically. The main reason why I'm not putting my kids into into public school right now like I originally planned was next week school starts and next week is my husband's surgery. He's having surgery. They're taking out this cancer in his lower abdominal area. He's going to have sutures down there. If he gets sick, most kids tend to bring home, if you're a parent, you know, that first week of school, second week of school, most of the time a virus is brought home. My kids, a virus will be brought home. You guys know how much we are sick just going to the stores. So if he was to get sick and blow out those sutures, it could give him sepsis. Where he's having it at, it can hurt, it can kill him. He can get really sick. He can't get sick. Any kind of pressure, he can't strain to go to the bathroom. Any kind of cough, any kind of pressure can blow sutures out. So that's an automatic, girl, you're homeschooling your kids again. I've been so you don't want this? I've been so hyper focused on diet change and everything else going on that I haven't sat down and thought of a curriculum on what I want to do with my kids because I've been so just focused on what kind of foods I can cook for my husband and for our family to just better our health. And somebody had commented on that I'm in panic mode. Yeah, I think any kind of mother or wife would be in automatic panic mode if they actually care. And I want to do my best on my part, not just rely on, you know, the medical field. I want to do my part too. So, yeah, I haven't been really focused on schooling, and school starts next week. So what am I going to do? I think a really good way to start the school out, because when you're homeschooling, you don't have like, you could do what you want, you could teach what you want, it's your call. And I think I want to start out not in reading and in like English type stuff, but more of what we're going through right now. So I think it would be really interesting to learn about like the function of cells, cell structure, cell function. I think that would be really, you're trying to poop, would be really good for them. And it would be a good refresh on me too, because that was like how many years ago. So for the curriculum that I'm going to be using, I'm going to end up ordering books from The Good and the Beautiful. Again, it's a faith-based program for homeschooling, and I've used it in the past. And I've always just bought in the books. I haven't done the printouts, but I'm going to do the printouts this time because with my husband being off work these last 2 months, he's working just like not a lot, maybe a day or two a week. Money is a little bit more tighter because of that. He's the sole provider, which brings in another thing. I'll cover that here in a minute. But I'm going to just do, somebody messaged me and also snuck me a gift card on my email. So thank you, Maria. Reminded me that you can do the printouts on the good and the beautiful. So if you're in a position similar to mine, not exactly like mine, but like in a financial situation, you can print out free things from the good and the beautiful for your homeschooling curriculum. I don't know what they offer for the cell structure and function, but for other things I could print out. I don't really know what I'm going to do, so I need to sit down tonight and figure that out and get all that ready for next week and go from there. Now, a few of you actually have asked me if I'm getting any kind of financial support from like the government. I cannot get government support because if I was to do that, they would attack my ex-husband for child support, because our youngest child is Gage. Our oldest child in the house is Gage, which is from my first marriage. So it's me and my ex-husband's youngest child. He's only 16. So if I was to go and apply for aid, they would attack my ex-husband, which is no contact by his choice, for child support. I would never do that to him. I would never, ever do that to him. He doesn't like me, for good reasons. I understand that and respect that, but I would never do that to him. So that's not an option, because when you apply for, I don't know what it's called. I'll just say welfare, because I don't know what it's called. Financial aid. If you have a child with another person that you're not with anymore, they'll go for child support, and they'll get child support from that other person's parent, if that makes any sense. I don't want that to happen. I would never. It's not an option for me. So you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for liking all my videos. That right there is supporting my channel, which is helping me support my family, and taking a little bit of weight off of Chris. You guys know he's like a hard worker. He's a provider. So all those likes have been helping a lot. I've gotten a lot of new followers, so that's awesome. But that's my main focus right now, and that's what I'm gonna do. A lot of you guys were interested and probably concerned, because children's education is extremely important. I know, and I've been so fixated on everything going on top of this being my postpartum. That's jacked up. This happened on my last baby, my postpartum. And yes, I know I've said last baby a few times, but Chris will be infertile after this. It's like a super mega vasectomy. There's no chance, 0 chance. No, there will be no sperm, 0. So, this is the last baby. So, and that's fine. It's completely fine. I'm old and tired, but what a way to deal with your postpartum hormones on top of a cancer diagnosis and just all this at the same time. It's kind of crappy, but it is what it is, and we're working it through. We're hoping for good results on the surgery next week. We're hoping that they don't see it has gone out of the area. He's like a hair from metastasizing, or whatever that word is. He's stage 3, very, very aggressive, and that means it's basically moving fast, faster than typical. This cancer normally grows slow. This one's like a wildfire in him. So it's been 6 weeks. It was the soonest that this surgeon had available. He's a very sought after surgeon in the area. He does robotic surgery, and we feel very confident in the surgeon that our primary doctor sent us to. So that's that, and that covers a lot of things I've had a lot of questions on. And I was going to do a voiceover and talk more about it during cleaning, but I figured, I don't really want to edit the cleaning video right now, so I'm just going to sit down and talk to you. Hopefully it's not that boring, looking at my face. So that's kind of the updates going on there, and giving you guys a little bit of ideas. And I wanted to thank you, hold on a minute. Okay, I thought somebody was at the door. So I want to thank Carol, Mary, and Lucy for the super things. That was super kind of you guys. That was like, I'm grateful for that. That was very kind. So thank you. And then thank you, Maria, for the gift card that you stuck to me by my email. So yeah, that's the update on all that. We don't have much going on today. I did put a Walmart order in, and I did order a couple of school supplies, like just typical warm-up books. That's not going to be the curriculum. This isn't a curriculum type thing. But I do have 2 kids struggling to read right now, like really bad. And that's okay. These are what these kind of books are for. And I'll show you guys like what I ordered. And I'm gonna say thank you to Maria for this one, because I did order it from Walmart. So yeah, I'll show you guys. She's super fussy right now. I think she's got to poop. Do you got to poop or no? She wants to walk. She's smiling. You're a very, very, very interested baby. So I think I'll take the girls for a walk. Chris is at work today. He's working a very, very long day. He's working a long day today, and then I think it's on Monday. And then he's going to have his surgery. And then he has like surgery, or maybe that's on Sunday. And then he's pretty busy with doctor's appointments before the surgery. He has to get like blood work done and like other stuff done before the surgery. And then he'll be out of surgery for 2 weeks. He won't be able to go into surgery or into work at all, because of having a device to him where it's going to make it unsanitary for him to go to work. So, yeah, that's the update on that. It's been really hard on him. He's been going back and forth on if he wants the surgery done or not. And that's because he knows eventually it's going to metastasize into a different location in his body. And that's scary. That's scary. So, he actually called his surgeon yesterday and was just like, what happens if I opt out of the surgery? And the surgeon's like, you have 3 to 5 years, if you're lucky. So I think that was a smack in his face. He's got 5 to 10 years with the surgery. And, we're going to just try to change the diet and hope for the best. And I know sometimes doctors are I see a lot of positive stories on Instagram on if, doctors say, oh, you have this long. And then people are passing that long that they were expected to, not make it. And they're thriving on diet change and exercise and this and that. I wish we had all the money in the world to do the oxygen machines and the IV therapies and the red lights. But that's just something that we're not privileged enough to have. So, and they don't offer that kind of free stuff for, medical anything, intervention or whatever it's called. So we'll just do our best, what we can in diet change. I had 2 of you now reach out to me by email and make me feel more confident. One of you are a dietitian and the other one, Maria, you did some research for me. And it made me feel a lot more positive in my decision on doing plant-based diet for this kind of cancer. And the reasons being are on point with what you guys have sent me. So it's not 100% plant-based. We're doing the fish because I think real omegas are more powerful, more what's that word? More really more powerful than like taking a fish oil pill form, from a pill. So yeah, so thank you for tagging along for this little journey. It's kind of changed my channel a bit. Somebody else commented and said that I look more happier. We were doing pretty good. I'm a little bit bummed right now. Like, I'll have my good days and bad days with Chris, because watching him, I feed off of his energy, and he's been just in a slump. He's been talking to one of his older kids, and Dad's brightened his spirit, which has made life so much more, I guess, happier in the household. Because, when one person like Dad is down, it brings a gray cloud over the home. So he's been more in a good spirit because talking to one of his older kids, that's great. And yeah, we found God. That I know a lot of people don't want to hear about that, but you know, they've noticed my channel and things like that, like being more like happier or motivational or just different, better vibe. We found God, and we found God not because of the cancer. We found God before the cancer hit. So I think that was put in place before we knew what was going on. We were already into church and active again. So it's not that we got this cancer diagnosis and got scared and ran to, you know, church or God. We were going before this diagnosis. So yeah, that's really, you are around happier people, you're around more supportive people, it's going to make you a happier person. So, you know, me and Chris, we were not very good people in the past at all, and we will have to answer to, you know, all the things that we've done. So yeah, even if you don't believe, keep your door open. Keep the door open, even if it's just for, you know, if you want to feel better and be around better people. Keep that door open. Keep that in on the, you know, your shoulder or on a shelf back there or something, you know. Anyways, I'm going to get up and walk with her. She wants to walk. It's only going to be 85 here today, so I'm going to, I think, take them for a walk. I think Daddy left the strollers here for us, so if not, I'll carry her, and then the other girls can walk. But we're going to go outside in nature and do a walk. And my kids love being outside. They've been wanting to just go travel again. We can't travel yet. We got to take care of Dad first. So yeah, eventually we will. I think we're going to go do that some, you know, get out in nature and do that again, but not anytime soon. And now that we've done that the first time, I know what we need to do it again, temporarily, not permanently. So yeah, we're nature people. Anyways, I'm going to take her for a walk. She wants me to walk. She's like smiling, but she wants to walk. Oh, and I said in my last video with the baby food that I feed my babies when they're sitting up. I don't mean like sitting up unsupportive. I mean like sitting like this with their head up. Like that. For me, every mom's different. I've had 14 kids, so every baby's eating different. I had some babies not eat until they were like 6 months. I had some babies not eat like Freya until she was like, you know, a little bit older. But I'll know when I put the food in her mouth, she'll either gag and spit it out and not want anything to do with it, or she'll swallow it. So that's how I tell. That's how we tell them. We haven't tried it yet. We need to do that. We haven't tried that yet. So anyways, I'm going to take her for a walk, the kids for a walk.